asking. Yo, what's up, people? It's Blackbeardtic here. It's been a while since I've actually done an update video. It's been really long. I think it's been like months actually. I know there has been no content on this channel. As of late. The last time I uploaded was actually the Battle Network 3 finale video. So you know what? Let's touch base on that actually. I know a lot of people I showed / a lot of people that watched liked it, so I am pretty happy about that. It's pretty nice. I had a blast editing it, but I didn't know how well people were gonna like it, cause I don't edit that often. But I think every time I do edit, I learn a little bit more about my editing style, and I can usually like make better content. I think the thing is, I'm not doing YouTube full time or anything. Like, it's not my job. I'm not trying to make money off of it or anything. I'm not trying to become like a partner. So like, I think I have less. I guess I have less motivation to actually like practice editing, because I don't really need it for anything right now. That and like most like people that go full-time YouTube anyway pay for like editors, right? So like, yeah, I could like maybe make a resume for myself for like editing, but like I also don't think I want to do editing as a job right now. Like, if I would rather just do it as like a fun hobby. Maybe using some of the skills from editing into something else though, but like, I don't know. But all that aside, people liked it, so I'm happy about that. Thanks for watching that. So a lot of people probably are wondering. I know I streamed recently, and somebody asked about Battle Network 5. So here's the thing. Battle Network 3 is my favorite game in Battle Network series, but my favorite, but oh my god, my mood toward Battle Network 3 is far above the rest of the series. So I didn't really have any intention. I didn't have any true desire to like immediately start, especially because I had Warp Zone, which is a tournament in Illinois, Joliet, or whatever. It was a regional event. I'm pretty sure coming up. So I said to myself, okay, we'll just drop Battle Network 5 out of my mind for now. We'll focus on getting ready for Warp Zone and doing what I need to do to get my house set up, because obviously whenever I go anywhere for an extended period of time, I usually need to set up the house so my mom and grandpa can like do stuff, right? Because remember my mom's health situation last year and all that. I'm not gonna go into detail, but basically until she gets her actually, well, I'm gonna say new prosthetic, because we're trying this again with a different prosthetic company, one that's highly valued. So yeah, but until she gets her other prosthetic, and also goes through physical therapy so she can actually like walk, get her strength up and walk and stuff, I'm going to have to be very cautious when I go out of town. Luckily, TwitchCon is probably going to be the absolute last time I'm like going to be away for multiple days for this year. November, I don't plan on going anywhere, I don't think, unless there's, at least for right now, as far as I know. But I don't think anything's happening in November and December, thankfully. January, I'm planning to try to travel to more stuff, because I want to travel the world. That's basically like the one passion I have right now, so see what we can do with that. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so back to Warp Zone. I just said I'm just gonna forget about Battle Network 5 for now. Warp Zone comes. I do 1-2 in both brackets on Saturday and Sunday. I don't play Smash. Or at least not like I don't grind Smash anymore or anything like that. Like, I know a lot of people want me to come back to like actually like put an effort in the Smash, but I think I'm just not. I don't think that's just in the cards anymore for me. Like, I think I will compete for the fun of it, and if I happen to get better and better doing it, so be it, but I'm not aiming to get like really good, right? I have this thing where I can kind of just like, I can analyze why I lose things, and unless there's like a giant skill gap, like if I feel the matchup is completely unwinnable, then that's like something, that's a completely different thing. But for the most part, I can use, like, I have beaten people that I will say are better than me by a decent margin, just because I have turned up and used what I have learned in the past, in previous defeats, to win the set. And I hear somebody. I'm gonna pause for a sec, because I don't know if I'm gonna be called or what, but let's see. Okay, I think I'm in the clear. What was I saying? Oh yeah. No, I think I was just talking about how I can beat people that are better than me, sometimes, because I can just, I'm decent at analyzing why I lose games, and as long as the skill gap isn't, like, gargantuan, I can usually, like, I don't have to, like, grind and get, like, way better to have a chance. But all that aside, went to hit both brackets in Warp Zone. I went with some homies, but I didn't really play that well. So most of the time I was just hanging with the homies, right? Like, hold on, I keep hearing something. I hear someone upstairs. I think it's my grandpa. I keep thinking he's going to come and like call me or something, because it is like it's around 3:30. So I might end up going to do something after this video. Either way though. So Warzone was pretty fun. Got to meet up with some friends, even some like friends from like Indie Smash that went as well. Saturday, I will say Warp Zone's out of bracket experience, outside of me hanging with my homies, was a nightmare. Mostly because, well, one, I had a really bad headache, and I didn't bring any like medicine, so I had a really bad headache, and I will admit I should have said something, but I also didn't want to like ruin the fun. And maybe that's a pretty toxic mentality to have, especially because like that's like if I were dying and I didn't say anything, that would be really bad. But that's like an extreme case. I just didn't want to bother anybody, really, right? So I had a really extreme headache. I thought the reason I didn't say anything though, outside of the fact that I didn't really want to like kill the vibes, because we were playing like Pokemon Stadium mini games and stuff in the hotel room. And I didn't want to kill the vibes, but like I also was just like, but I also thought like, okay, once I lay down and just relax it, using my tactic for that type of thing when I get like a really bad headache and I don't have medicine, or I don't feel like taking medicine, is I literally just sit in my bed and just clear my thoughts and just relax, right? And usually I can get to sleep, and by the time I wake up, the headache's completely dispersed because I'm in like low activity, right? There's nothing that's like stimulating my brain to making the headache resurge or anything like that. It didn't work. It actually, in fact, actually, it worked for a bit, and I forgot what happened. I think I had to get up and use the bathroom, but once I came back, it actually got worse, and this time it didn't go down. Like, clearing my mind did not work, and it was really bad. To the point where I actually felt nauseous and sick, like maybe like an hour later. Like, I think I had dozed for a little, maybe like 40 minutes. And then I got up and felt, because I felt sick. Like, I thought I was gonna be sick, but after constantly getting up for like maybe 20-30 minutes, I eventually realized that it's just nausea, and I just need to get to sleep because I don't want to feel like this all night. So I do get to sleep eventually. I wake up in the morning, the headache's gone mostly. There's like a remnant of it, but like it wasn't gonna like surge back to what it was. So, but even then, it was still early, so I went back to sleep. My roommate for that weekend, his alarm went off, and I woke up to it too. So that's when I checked my head, and it was like, it was in there, but it wasn't like there's still a bit of a headache, but it wasn't like a big deal because I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep anyway. But yeah, once I fully woke up later, I felt a lot better. For Sunday. Sunday I entered the Red Star bracket because I went 1-2. Went 1-2 again. Had a really sick winners round 1. I almost lost, but I like woke up a bit and like I caught out an air dodge, a wolf's air dodge with Incipin, and I killed him. Quite literally, if I didn't call him out, I think I had lost that, by the way, because I wasn't really playing that good. Kept jumping in like wolf strings and stuff. Kept trying to auto jump mash out of wolf strings, and that's actually one thing. My disadvantage. I need to work on my disadvantage state in Smash. Like, if I ever do like start competing for real, I need to work on that. Cause like there are so many times where I just lose a jump because I think I can jump out of a string, but it's not a string, it ends up being an actual combo. So I don't have a jump, and then I'm set up in these situations where I just die at like 50 because I jumped early or whatever. And I don't like that, because I don't like dying early. So that's something I have to work on. But either way, I did win that. I did lose my next 2 sets after though, so we give if and take if. Again, since it's a regional level event, I'm happy I even got 1 win, especially in a last stock, last game situation. Last hit situation too. But yeah, closed out Sunday by returning home. Everything went pretty smoothly. So after that, I hit a mental boom, maybe like 3 or 4 days later. And that was part of the reason I also didn't start round number 5. But then after that, I got out of it, and then I think by that point it's like midway through. It was a little bit past the start of August, maybe like the first week and a half in. At that point, I was like, well, PopCon is like in 2 weeks, so I gotta start working on like getting the stuff for like the cosplay I felt like wearing. So I just decided to focus on that and like kind of clearing my head, making sure that my mental state was like ready, because I definitely was not. I was not in it. Fast forward through August, PopCon, which was last week or this last weekend. So I went on Saturday as Shrek, the Tri-Brigade Monster. Although it looked more, because I think I bought the wrong colored wig, so I ended up looking more like Cloud with like armory, especially because the claws that were molded kind of like got ripped off, so I didn't have claws anymore on my like shoe cover or whatever. So yeah, it kind of just I just kind of looked like Cloud with grenade armory or whatever, which was kind of funny. But I was kind of hoping there was like a Yu-Gi-Oh stand, because if I walked in, maybe someone would have like recognized it. But I didn't see any. Like usually there's a PopCon Yu-Gi-Oh stand, right? There's a Pokemon TCG stand, but there's usually always like a Yu-Gi-Oh stand too. But maybe that was just maybe that was Comic-Con that I saw that at. I don't know. But either way, Saturday went through the vendors and stuff early on. We got there early. Once we were done with the vendors, we went to the Icon Gaming room, where my buddy Ron and the rest of Icon Gaming, they're all homies of mine. I've known them for literally like years, like quite literally. So they do their normal like show hosting, Smash and all that, and other games. I entered doubles with Sickle at 2:30. We got second. We literally only lost to Indie Smash. We did not drop any sets, and quite literally, we only lost to that same pair. It was J-Force and Ray, who are Indie Smash players. We lost them in winners, and we lost them in grands as well. Those are the only people we lost to in doubles. It was fun though. Like it was very fun. I could have probably played some things better, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not that good at doubles, in my opinion. But, moving on from that, singles was later at 6:30. I got 7th in there. I don't think I played good during my 2 losses. I just don't think I played good. Like, and I think it was partially because I was, like, fatigued, right? And if I'm fatigued, it's hard for me to wake back up. Like, once I get tired, like, if I start playing the game tired, and if I haven't done anything, like, that day, and I'm, like, playing, like, half asleep, I can wake up. But if I've been doing stuff, and then I get tired, there's no chance. And I start botting out a lot when I, like, get tired, or I've played for a while. Sometimes I can recoup after, like, maybe losing, like, 3 or 4 times, but, like, this is bracket. Like, I can only lose twice, right? So, yeah, it was whatever, though. It was what it is what it is. It was still fun though. Like, getting 7th wasn't bad for someone that like me that doesn't like shit like play like that, right? Sicko ended up winning singles, so that's cool. I guess my doubles partner won. So that was pretty much it for Saturday. I hung out with some buddies, went to dinner and all that after. Sunday, I went back with a different buddy this time. Darko was there Saturday, but I went with Sicko and Mick. I corporated with them down there. Since those two didn't come Sunday, I went with Darko. We entered doubles. We pretty much clean sweeped. Not gonna lie. Even the person I lost to in winners, I played a lot better in the 1v1 scenarios versus them to the point where I was outright winning them. Like, so that's how I know I wasn't playing good yesterday when I was in my losing sets, because it was like a completely different game. Not to mention I wasn't even playing my main this time. Like, I was playing me and Darko were going double dock. We went double dock literally up until we lost to a double DK. Dropped the game to a double DK. Then we just went Corin and Luigi, and we kind of stomped them. I'm not trying to be rude, I kind of did stomp them. It was still a good game regardless, but yeah. So after that, I think we stuck with, let me see. Did we stick with Cora and Luigi for the rest of it? Yeah, I think we stuck with Cora and Luigi, because I think we were winning in like winners finals or grands or something at that point. So we just stuck it out. We wait a while. It's like 30-ish minutes or something. 30, 40 minutes before our next set, I think, something like that. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a decent amount of time. The time comes. Since it was Sunday. The place was gonna close in like the next hour or two. So everyone, the Icon Gaming members were just they were just wrapping stuff up. They're cleaning up, packing up, and stuff. So, since Ron told us that we needed to be out in like 30-40 minutes, me and Darko decided to just go mains for grands. And our grands opponents was actually the double DK group. We just go mains this time against them. We kind of stomped them games 1 and 2. My corner was completely on fire. So was Darko's Luigi. I actually thought he would go Marth, because he doesn't really, like, Luigi's more of his secondary now, but it worked out because they kept hitting his shield, so you know what happens when you hit a Luigi shield. That happened, and then they switched to Toon Link Falco game 3, and honestly, they were messing us up for a bit. Like, we adapted late into the game to where we got like a close like win, but like me and Darko were literally just like, if they had went that from the start, we might have actually like been in a reset scenario. Like, they were like really good with that, and I'm wondering why. Like, I guess they just wanted to stick to the gimmick, right? And I get that. I respect that. Like, cause I mean, they did better than us in terms of that. Like, because we switched off a double dock when we got like gimped like 4 times by DK, which is possible because DK could just kill Doc really easily because of the angles he sends him out and the fact that DK can catch jumps really easily, and Doc can't recover too far horizontally, so it's like, yeah. But yeah, they eventually switched, and it was close. It was close, but we still won. So we won 3-0 to close out Grands, and we won. Got some stuff from it. Outside of that, there was a Mario Kart tournament also that was laid earlier that day. I'm going backwards in time for Sunday, starting with the doubles tournament and then going backwards. Mario Kart was at 1. Actually no, Mario Kart was at like 12:30 actually. Yeah, it was actually like at 12:30. It was kind of scuffed, but since we're not doing LAN, it makes sense. They split us into like groups based on age, basically, and then top 1 moved on. Unfortunately, me and Dark L were in the same group. We tied in our race pool, but we had to do a tiebreaker on Baby Park, and let's just say Dark L got like everything, and I had to contend with bots blocking my shots, and most of my stuff just not working, so I lost that. Dark L swept the rest of the competition. There's a really funny moment where somebody was just like, because Grands was quite literally 2 Grand Prix of 4 races, right? So Luis won, Luis, Dark L, whatever. You've heard me call him, whatever. But he won. Luis won Grand Prix 1. And the dude that was in second was like, alright, I just need 12 more points. 12 more points. Now keep in mind, you have to not only get 12, you have to catch up 12 points, but you have to also have to win the majority of the 4 races, and also Luis has to do bad. That was not something bro considered. But what made it funny was the fact that the very first race was New York Minute, and bro got 7th. Like, bro literally did awful on that track. And after that, I was trying so hard not to laugh really loud, because like that dude's the whole series just ended for him right there. Luis just clean swept for the rest of it too, which was like really funny. But yeah, Luis won that, so cool. I got 2 buddies that won shit to this weekend as well. I mean, to be fair, it was either gonna be if I won the tiebreaker, I was winning the whole thing. Like, to be honest, because in my pool, Luis was literally the only competition, so it was like whatever. Like, if it was like, it was one of us 2 was gonna make it out and win the whole thing. So that is what it is. Before that, the vendors hall was open again. I didn't really do anything in regards to the actual vendors this time. Mostly because I only went there because I wanted to see a voice actor, Emberly Connors or whatever. I wanted to see her, so I went to go see her. I got a picture, I got a selfie and a group picture with Luis as well, which is really nice. I got a peak print, which was also really nice. Ember's so nice and really chill. Like it makes me remember that like voice actors really love what they're doing, right? Like she just has so much fun with it. It's great, and it was such good vibes. Like, it made me way happier just interacting with her. But yeah, that was a pretty good time. So I did that before I actually did that between the Mario Kart tournament and the Smash tournament, because Mario Kart started earlier, so we had like an hour reprieve or so. So I went to the vendors hall. Me and Darko went to the vendors hall. She wasn't there initially because her lunch went over, so we just we looked at a few things in the vendors hall, and then we came back. We circled back. She was there, and that's when I got like the selfie and the group photo and all that, and the print and all that. And then we went back, and then we did the Smash doubles, and then after that, that was pretty much it. Like, we didn't do anything else that day. And yeah, I just realized this turned more from an update into a vlog. My bad on that. Either way, but after that, yeah, I've been chilling. I've had to take my mom to a lot of appointments this week as well. 2 appointments back to back, and then followed by like not Warp Zone, but PopCon. I've been pretty much busy since like last week, and I just haven't felt like doing like anything. I guess the last thing I want to cover, now is why have I been playing Yu-Gi-Oh again? Because I know people are probably gonna ask, because you probably noticed that I've had some incredibly late night streams. So long story short, During August, me and Darko and the IUPY crew went out to dinner, and I got a random text message, right, from a buddy of mine. I had talked to him on like Skype/Discord, way like years ago, right? I talked to him like from time to time, but I forgot that he actually had my number, and the only reason I forgot is because I don't think. No, the only reason I forgot was because I had to get a new phone at like it's been like 4 has it been like 4 or 5 years? I don't know, but I had to get a new phone. Actually, no, it had to have been more. It had to have been at least 5 or 6 years because it happened while I was in college. Yeah, it happened like early on in the college. Yeah, so I had to get my Galaxy S3 like bricked for some reason. I don't know what caused it. But one day it literally just froze, and then when I tried to turn it back on, it just infinitely looped it through the start screen. Like I couldn't do anything. So literally the next day, I actually had to go and get a phone. Like I had to go get another phone, and it obviously when you get the phone, I'm not walking in a movie from this guy. Hold on. Oh, what the hell? Hold on, I'm trying to. Let's do this one. Yeah. So obviously my contacts weren't like registered. I don't remember, but either way, anybody that hadn't texted me, I just didn't remember. So yeah, but I got a text from him when I was at dinner, and I was like, oh, and we talked a little bit. Like it was more than like you, because usually I talk to him from like every now and then. It's usually something like Yu-Gi-Oh related or something funny or something like that, but I never had like actually like voice chatted with him in like damn near like a year or two. So I talked to, and he talked about he was like getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh and all that, and I was like, that's interesting. Subsequently, I think maybe like a couple of days later, he was either a couple of days later or a couple of days before, but the Fire King Structure R support got revealed, the first wave, and I was like, okay, I like Fire Kings, and I love this new support. Maybe I should start playing them again. Later, I do talk to Set Bro again, and he gives me an invite to a Discord that's just him and like a lot of his other IRL friends or whatever. And they are people that I've played Yu-Gi-Oh with before, like years ago, right? So, and then I noticed they were playing again, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a good time to actually start playing again. Because obviously, I'm trying out a new deck, right? Or like revisiting an old deck with new support. So I was just like, alright, fine. We'll just go ahead and, join them. And it turns out I actually had a lot more fun than I have ever. I don't mean to like. I don't know, I don't think anybody from Bearcord's gonna take this the wrong way, or anybody that was formerly in Bearcord, but like, I probably had more fun and willingness to play Yu-Gi-Oh after playing with them a couple days. And if I don't know, maybe I should maybe I'll make another video about this, because my feelings towards things as a whole for games has changed, and since I am in the Yu-Gi-Oh mood, I might talk about some like gripes regarding Yu-Gi-Oh and how I feel about certain things. Maybe that could be like a podcast type of thing. I'll ask the group if they want to do something like that. But yeah, I felt really kind of at home, ironically, which is funny because like people in Bearcore, like I have like close homies in there that play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot too, but I don't know, something just hit different, you know? Maybe it's just because I've hung out with Bearcore for literally like most of my life, and like there's never like a missed moment with them. As for my older homies, it's like I haven't talked to them or hung or like dueled with them in a while. So like I guess it was like a fresh breath of air, which is probably what I needed. Because then I started dueling people in Bearcore like immediately after too. So it's like kind of just works out. Another one. So games are going by kind of fast. I'm like, but yeah. Outside of that, But yeah, I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh a bit recently. Um, I've had some GGN hour streams where, you know, some stuff gets said that's probably a lot different than what you're used to hearing. Obviously, it has to be moderated a bit. Like, it can't be like straight up like horrendous shit to be said. But like, it's more degenerate than usual. I will say that much. And I kind of like doing that because it's like it's at an hour where it's like if you're nocturnal, you'll probably catch it, and at that point, at that late time of the night, you're probably expecting degenerate stuff anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I've also had to download Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega after trying to dodge it for so long, and I finally have got downloaded it, and I've actually gotten used to it. Like, I still think Ito is way better, but Omega is pretty much the thing I have to play while I'm playing with that specific group of people, as opposed to Bear Coat where everybody plays Ito, so it is what it is. I'll be switching between the two, but yeah, that's like the story of what's been going on recently. I actually even do actually, I have an idea for a video after this, actually. But, yeah. Anyway, that'll be it, I guess. So, Battle Network 5, going back to that, probably is a maybe for September. I'll be honest, with how much stuff is happening in September, like, we've got the Blaziken Unite release, so I'll probably be back to streaming Unite for a bit. As long as the game is, like, playable. Like, as it is right now, though, it doesn't seem very playable, so I don't know. Unless Blaziken's like really good, I don't know if I want to play Unite if it stays the same as it is right now. I'll be completely honest with you. Teal Mask DLC for Scarlet and Violet drops with a bunch of new mons, so I think I'm going to be back in the VGC grind once Regulation E drops. And I think at that point is when I'm going to try to go on my Limitless TCG arc and actually start playing VGC tournaments as well. There's something else. Those are the two big things. Oh, I think the Fire King structure drops in September as well. That's not really a big deal, but because I don't play IRL, and the Fire King structure doesn't drop in TCG until like November or December or something like that. But it does mean that all of the support will be probably revealed by that point, and I can get to like optimizing the deck or whatever fully. So there's also that. And then I think there was something else, but I don't know. September is gonna be kind of swamped because I also have appointments to take my mom to as well. So I don't know if it's going to be like I don't know if it's gonna be like amazing time for me to start a playthrough. So October is looking more like it. In October I have TwitchCon at the end, plus any other appointments that might be assigned during that month. So I don't know. Battle Network 5 might really just be on the back burner until like November or December or something, which would be really funny. The thing is, once I do sit down and actually start, I will actually play it, don't worry. But don't expect it anytime soon. With that said, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.